Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through a passenger side airbag replacement on my 2001 Honda Accord. First thing you want to do is make sure that you're safe and don't, get an airbag explode in your face. And remove that SRS fuse. What does SRS stand for? Safety. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Just remove it. Then if you go to the passenger side fuse box, there are two screws that you need to remove, and then this paneling that's underneath your glove box kind of just pulls off. There's a few clips. Then underneath your radio, there's another couple of clips that you need to take off to get access to this final screw. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are gonna get tired of me talking. I'm gonna try not to just what's the word? Anyways, I'm gonna try not to just talk too much through the video, but I do wanna, explain things. If you guys like me explaining more, let me know. If you like it less, let me know. That way I can kind of adjust. Because I do so many different videos. Um, I haven't gotten the styles of each and every one down packed at the moment. I'm just kind of like trying different things and seeing what people like. But anyways, there's 5 screws on that little bracket. There's one screw here that's holding in the glove box. Yeah, well actually there's 6 screws on that first bracket. There's 5 black screws with washers attached to them, and then there is a regular silver screw in the middle. But yeah, so then you're going to want to open your glove box, take off these little doors. I call them doors. Well, I mean, they're just covers, basically, screw covers, just so you can gain access to those 2 screws on the side. Then there's 2 screws here in the middle underneath the latch. And yeah. Also, I wasn't sure what type of speed, because some people prefer to walk through it with you, like step by step, as you're going, not sped up at all. But I didn't want the video to be super long, and then, you just be sitting here watching the video forever and not actually ever getting to fix your car. So yeah, I wanted to make it a reasonable time, which is why I sped through things. Also, well, sometimes when I record, I try to talk, but you know what? We're not gonna go through that. There's a clip. Remove that clip. Um, and yeah. So just this is how it is done for now. Okay, this is how it's done. There are 4 nuts that hold your airbag in place. Um, they're not on super tight. All of these, I didn't have to use breaker bars or anything. Um, and obviously I'm not the strongest person in the world. So as long as you have a regular socket and ratchet, you can get those out of there. Now when it comes to actually removing the airbag, the method that I use, I went from the top. You're going to see that in just a second. But I guess a lot of people say to use a crowbar, and you go in between the bar and the airbag from the bottom here. Well, I have a crowbar somewhere in my trunk full of tools, but I didn't have one at the time. And actually, whenever I went to the junkyard and pulled off my new airbag, I just used a screwdriver and pried it in between there. But this one, I went from the top, like I said. So yeah, I guess if you have a crowbar, maybe that makes it easier. Whatever floats your boat. And I just pulled it up from the top, and I didn't pull it all the way out because there are wires. So you're gonna go down here and get to these wires. Now you're gonna see. I don't want to give it away because I want you guys to be as surprised as I was when I figured it out. So I won't tell you until we get there. But yeah, I ended up not being able to get the clip out at first, and so I pulled off the I guess it'd be like a placeholder clip. It's the thing that held the wire in place. Yeah, so that's another clip. It's weird. There's so many different types of clips and fasteners and holders and all types of terminology that just sometimes it just can be a lot. But yeah, I was struggling and struggling and finally pulled it off. This clip, what is, guys, I feel like I'm having a brain fart, and I want somebody to leave in the comments of what, because it's a clip, but I feel like we call it something, or I used to call it something, or I do call it something that I can't think of right now. Not important. Whatever. I ended up breaking mine. I mean, I would suggest like trying not to break it, but obviously this is for the old one, and I'm not going to reuse it, so not a big deal. Good news is I didn't break it when I was taking it off to pull the new one. So yeah, you're just going to want to make sure you line up those screws, and you just kind of press it into place. I kind of cavemanned it, which, I mean, sometimes with clips you just have to bang stuff. That's just kind of how it goes. And yeah, so then you're going to fasten those nuts back on. And oh, by the way, those are 10mm nuts. Wow. But yeah, and the screws for that, um, for the the little metal, um, wow, what is with me today? It's not a metal panel, the metal, well, you know, I guess whenever my brain comes back, I'll let you know. But anyways, these are 10mm nuts, and the screws, you can use a screwdriver, but you can also use a 8mm socket if for some reason you just don't have a Phillips head screwdriver that fits, or if you just really like using ratchets, which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do, but sometimes they can be like a little bit of a pain, uh, just because they just require more work sometimes. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so you're gonna put the clip back on, and it turns out that it is spring loaded. Okay, so you push it and you pull it, and oh, it just made it so much easier. I'm sad that I struggled, but anyways, so since I took off that black clip, I just kind of tucked the wire back in there. So you're gonna replace this clip. I'm not sure what it actually does. Like, I'm not sure what it goes for. There's no light in the glove box. I mean, I just don't get it. It's just a clip for no reason to me. I don't know. Yeah, so that's gonna take a little bit of finessing. Just kind of work with it. It didn't really seem like anything was in the way, so I didn't understand why it wasn't going at first. But eventually, I did get it in there. Then you're just gonna place all of your screws. It helps to have a magnetic screwdriver, uh, because I mean, you're not just gonna drop screws. Let me not just put that on your life. But dropping screws does happen, and having that magnetic screwdriver just, I mean, it's just great. And it's not a very strong magnet, just strong enough to hold the screw. And yeah. See, and then I figured maybe I should have music, because me and silence don't really get along. But then sometimes I don't like the sound of my own voice. You guys might not like the sound of my voice. I don't know. Let me know. And put the little doors back on. I like calling them doors. Whatever. And you close it up. And now you go back to the bottom, and the bracket. What? Thank you, brain. See, it didn't want me to say it. That's why that was. But yeah, so like I said, this bracket has 5 black screws and 1 silver screw that goes in the middle. There's actually 2 different places where you can put it. It's really up to you, I guess. The middle screw, that is. The 5 screws definitely have their place. And like I said, they can also be fastened with a 8mm socket. But the screwdriver was working just fine for me, so nothing was on there super tight. For all I know, it might have been replaced before, or that just might be how it is, you know. They just know that it might need replacing, so it's not too tight. Just a good amount. As you see, I was indecisive, couldn't make up my mind, but for some reason, I feel like I took it out of the middle, but it didn't go back in the middle. So that was kind of weird. But maybe I didn't, and I didn't even watch this video to like see where I took it out of. I just narrated it and kept it moving. So you're gonna tighten up those two screws that are inside that passenger side fuse fuse box. Yeah, it's weird because none of that box. Whatever. Then you're gonna get to that last screw that's underneath your radio. Um, you know what's crazy? Sometimes the sun was working with me, and sometimes it was really working against me. Uh, yeah, like lighting can be somewhat of an issue sometimes. But anyways, I dropped a screw down there. Um, so yeah, I have lost a screw. R.I.P. But that's okay. The point is, most of it is screwed back on, and it looks good. So you're just gonna replace those fuse doors, or replace that fuse door. Then you're gonna go to the other side, replace your fuse, and unlike what you would say with other parts, you do not need to start your car and test this out. Just just go with it, and actually, hopefully, you never have to use it. Yeah, because car wrecks suck. And that's it. The job is done. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Remember, if you like hearing me or watching my videos, subscribe and share. Bye.